The origin was me when I went and broke my neck. You know, I feel like all my friends and my brother would always be like, yeah, cyborg neck. Like, I just remember, even before I made this beat, I wrote the metal in my neck, turn me to a cyborg. Please double check when I'm at the airport. I feel like this was like a marker for me, you know, like, okay, I've really found this is the type of shit I want to make now. It was very organic. So the main element is just the keys. And these little like hops. I remember during this time I was listening to this one Australian dude who had this song called Surf, I think. Or maybe his name is Surf. And he had some like kind of E-piano, little like bum, bum, bum. Those chords were what inspired these chords. And then for the perks, this is kind of the first time I used a lot of these sounds, but these are now, looking back, these are like all of my like staple drum percussion sounds. Definitely some hyphy shit. Like, I feel like I would hear this on a Mac Dre song or something, like the mouth. That bell also is like, for sure, cupcake, no filling, derivative. Then I put this sound in there too. I think Tell Me When to Go sampled it from some other like indie song. So I remade it into this. That little lead at the end, that was also from Cupcake No Filling. What you kidding me? I think the bass sound in general is just as much about what you don't use as it is about what you do. Like, everything is so skeletal, not always, but I think there's a lot of like sonic negative space. And that's what I feel like gives it that like, that bounce, you know? It's just like, drum sounds, E-piano, funk bass, 808, sometimes a lead. That's like the bread and butter of the music that I make. There's not a lot else going on. I try to think of it like, if I was in a band, right? The drummer doesn't have 10 different drum sets, you know? He doesn't have like a bunch of different shit. He only has one snare, you feel me? So like, obviously if the song calls for it, I'll source a different sound and be like, okay, this is gonna fit here. But it's just like, I wanna see what I can do with this. My approach is a lot of the time more simple and just like, how can I make good shit with what I have and really go deep with these couple things. And if I can get that one kick sound to sound perfect, then that's all I need, you know? Too many options is not for me. I'd rather not have any options and just do what I can with those things. The origin was me when I went and broke my neck. You know, I feel like all my friends and my brother would always be like, yeah, cyborg neck. Like, I just remember, even before I made this beat, I wrote the metal in my neck, turn me to a cyborg. Please double check when I'm at the airport. Like, I had that little line and I was like saving it for something. And then when I made this beat, I was like, oh, this fits perfect. I think for me, my way of dealing with adversity has always been like laughing through it and trying to flip it in my own way, make it like goofy, funny. At first, I really didn't know why this song connected with people, but then I think looking back on it now, it's just me talking about what was happening at the time. And for me to be able to come back to do Aero 2, Aero 3, and now like Aero 4, I feel like it's just me being able to check in and be like, all right, where am I at in life? This is where I'm at. It's almost like a journal. I'm just kind of like being a storyteller of my own life versus like, I think before that, like I was talking about other things instead of telling my own story, capturing the moment, really. I think that's what music is for me, is like, you're just trying to capture a feeling. Whatever feeling is happening, whatever emotion, whatever thoughts you're having, it's not about creating something that's perfect. Something that's great is something that is universal, right? And I think that you make universal shit by talking about really true shit with yourself.